what it is, what it do, you already know what this is. If you're in tune to myself. Nevertheless, I just had from the last video telling you about that counterbalance, but I found out something else too that I have to add with that. You know, like frequency moves in spirals. You know what I'm saying? It always moves in spirals. You know, they say the sine wave. But when they show you the sine wave, they show it to you like this, like, you know, going up and down like this. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is the mid pathway. This is 0 point, they just say. And they'll show it to you like this, you know, like that. But you got to understand, that's one-dimensional, basically. They showing you on a one-dimensional plane in digitalography or whatever, right? So you have to understand that it travels like that on one dimension, but when you put it in 2 dimensions and 3 dimensions, you know what I'm saying, it spirals out. Like, you know, the water goes down a drain, it spirals down the drain, you know. So hair, when it grows, non-ether hair, when it grows, it spirals up. All right, same demonstration. Nevertheless, so when we moving, like I was telling you, when we break dancing and stuff, all that, it was actually the way that the frequency moved. But see, we don't understand that and understand that in the way to bring out a fist. You know what I'm saying? We think we need to hit like this and stuff, when the fist need to come out like this. You know, it gets there quicker because you put the whole thing, and that's the way it would wind anyway. It would go like that. You know what I'm saying? Backhand, you know what I'm saying? You need to coil everything in order to get it out there faster. It needs to go in a wind. All right, for real, because look. See, once you go like this, when you go slow and you get it like this, now you know how to bring that hand up for, like, if you want to go like this. Or you know how to bring it up, because that's the motion you got to bring. So when something comes, the reason why you have to move in this manner is because you have to gather the energy. Meaning, you have to gather the energy first. Alright? Meaning, like, when you're moving, I'm going to step back a little bit. See, watch it. I told y'all don't come back here, didn't I? I must let a lesson be learned. That's what it is. I hope this ain't too messed up for you to see. You know, I think the sun is a little bit in the, you know, I got it off to the side. I think that might be a little too, I don't know. Nevertheless, I'm gonna move around with these other movements real quick, like, right. Like what I was saying is the coil. The coil. The coil is what you gonna really get all your power with. I know it might look strange to you, but see, imagine how you, and when you're moving, you finding out real slowly like how your hands are supposed to move. So this is what you're gonna get from this. When you go like this, and you can bring it back around like this, it's telling you exactly how to bring that arm out. So you put the whole arm in that power. See, if you go just like this, you know, no, it's like this. See, it's coiling out. And then once you get it to going like this and you're stopping, then you don't think about it stopping. You think about getting it back here. So once you find that, and look, it's your whole back moving, right? So that's how you will bring it out. Just like that. That's the slow motion thing. That's how you're going to bring it out. See? Following the same tracks. No other way. If it's coming out like this, you find out how to, what's the name, you feel it all in your body. Right? So when you want to bring this out like this, you bring it out the same way. The same way. Right? See? Everything, the way you bring it out, every way you move is showing you. Now you should practice sometimes with the elbows. Imagine just, you know, using your elbows. Like you can't use your hands. So you would, you know, figure out every way. I ain't feeling the elbows right now. Everything's going to spiral out. That's where you're going to get. You know, see, most people think it just go from here to here. You know, and they try to get that speed. Well, you can only reach a certain speed with that shit. You know, you must learn that everything coils, our energy comes out like this. See what I'm saying? So your hand should relay that whole message. You know. And to make it fast, your whole body got to be in it. Okay, enough for now. A lot of times people just sun gaze, right? Well, remember that little song they used to put in front of my face? It said, when the moon hit your eye like a big pizza pie, that's amore. Now listen to it again. It said, when the moon hits your eye like a piece of pie is sliced in what type of manner? In a triangle, right? When the moon hits your eye like a big piece of pie, that's love, that's amore. Well, Moon is on a certain level, the sun is on another level. But the piece of pie is the dramatic or the geometric angle that the sun will hit your eye, like a piece of pie. So when you sun gazing, geometrical symbol that's bringing the energy in, it is wise to perceive that it's spinning in that manner. We can spin it like this. However, you know what I mean? It's all in here. Is what the computer perceives. That's the reality. What the mind sees and the ears hear, it believes. So how much more is it if it's conceived, it's accepted in the programming of what is, entered into the hard drive. And when you're doing this, normal people just don't know how to store this energy. Anything that stores something starts in the center. It starts in the center. And your center, a lot of people say it's right here. Some people say it's the navel. Some people say it's 2 inches below the navel. That's your center. Well, which one ever you conceive. I used to conceive the sun here, I used to close my eyes and see that was my pineal gland, along with, the hypothalamus and the thalamus. But nevertheless, I stopped that and I brought it down to the center because that's where you store it at, you know what I mean? It's stored in the center and it comes out as it implodes, expands. As it expands, the energy inside expands, it's going to bring it to all limbs and members of what is being stored in. So, when you be sun gazing, when you breathe in, pull it on down and store it. And then push out all energy, or all, not negative, but push out all shame, fear, and guilt. Push out, all things, all angers. Just perceive all sickness, all toxins is leaving. What you perceive as toxin, every time you breathe out, know with the surety that you have just ritualistically assigned them motherfuckers to vacate whenever you exhale. Alright? And in your meditation, always, perceive. A lot of times we are trained to look at certain things in a certain manner. And that's one thing that I'm perceiving. You know how in certain things they be saying, if you don't know what to do, like you ask your woman or your wife, and she said you had a purple suit or whatever, you don't wear the purple suit. It's like, what can I say? Outside forces determines the answer opposite of what they say or what they relay. You just got to deal with that. You know what I'm saying? You'll find out depending on where you're at. But I don't like, and I don't feel it's necessary. A lot of people get out of bounds with shit, and then think another person is out of bounds. Give you a quick example, all right? Let's say it's millions and millions of grains of sand. And let's just say I'm standing on sand. It's millions and millions and millions on top of millions and millions and millions of granules of sand. And one of them granules of sand holler out something, let's just say, or concocts a religion, or concocts a concept. All the millions and millions and millions and millions of granules of sand is not comprehending what that one granule said. Now you got a history that this one granule is in, trying to get you to understand and overstand some shit. You know what I'm saying? Or it could be not even a grain you were saying, but you get the picture. You know what I'm saying? You get the picture. You know, trying to tell you something. Why are you trying to tell me something? You know what I mean? And who is it going to benefit if I listen and pay attention to exactly what it is you're fucking telling me? And if it goes against and makes me wrong in my thought and in my judgment, why the hell should I abhor thee? You know what I'm saying? Or honor thee and thy concept. Thy concept is created to enslave, to make drones. Nevertheless, I'm not saying I'm lawless. I'm saying that there was no law before Moses according to their history. And if there was no law before Moses, then what, and the law was made for lawless people, then by nature, you are not lawless. You are flawless. You understand? You understand? You overstand. All right? Now, if you can't perceive anything from that, then, you know, take it or leave it alone. Nevertheless, I'm going to get back with y'all, man. You know, and remember, all energy spirals out. So when you practicing your punches, man, don't practice just straight out. You know what I'm saying? Don't practice straight out. Bring it in this manner. But then you got to understand when you're doing this like this, everything, your back and everything must turn to bring it out. You know? It's like this. If you're seeing how it's going, it's telling you exactly how to throw it out. It looks like shit is going straight out, but it's curling. See, already be ready for the next move. When you snatch one, this one comes, take that hand, pushes a strike in the face. You know. This one comes out like this. You can run it like this. Then you can take it back any kind of way, you know what I mean? All these are moves. You know. Like another thing too. When I was telling y'all about if you sit up under a master. Alright, let me show you off this. When you sit up under a master, alright, he'll, you know, put you into a certain form, you know, a certain style and shit. And then you'd be like, I know Crane and all this. And you know this. Oh, great. Okay. Nevertheless, when you're, you know, and then you got the Crane or you got the Tai Chi moves, you know what I'm saying? But you don't know how to translate it into fighting. So this is one reason too why I suggest you learn from thyself, because basically you'll have no problem translating it because you're moving in a manner where it should start off with in defense. You know, the defense Tai Chi already says that movement like this is for health reasons, you know, energetic body reasons, for longevity, you know, for opening up the mind and this neuron space, right? Okay, but why you got a problem with translating, like let's say any of that, you know what I mean? This, why you got a problem translating this into protection of yourself, you know what I'm saying? So if you start with the protection of thyself, you need no translation, because you know everything you're doing is for that protection. You know what I'm saying? So you get nowhere lost in what you're doing. You know, you get nowhere lost in every movement you're doing, because you're focusing it. You're focusing it in that manner anyway. See? do what you do.